When I start talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, oh, some toes will curl for sure.
Yo, how are we just now finding out that Uncle Ron passed away? How did this stay out of the media? And how the hell hasn't this been plastered all over TikTok?
Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line.
What happens with exposures? You make yourself vulnerable to all kinds of attacks, seen and unseen. What happened to my friend when he passed away?
Diddy's former bodyguard was announced dead just 24 hours after he posted a video revealing everything he was while working with Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyonce are panicking about what Diddy's bodyguard had to say, and all of this is related to the new lawsuit against him. Not only that, but Diddy's situation has officially gotten so much worse after the government revealed just who the victims in their indictment are. We have a lot to cover, so let's break it down.
Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them. Okay, I get the threats, but you have to remember one thing. I know your deepest secrets. I know so much about you and what you've done. I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people. Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are, how you step on anybody to stay on the top. So remember, your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaire.
On the 13th of December, 2024, Uncle Ron, a former bodyguard who had worked for both Jay-Z and Diddy, posted a video on TikTok explaining how Diddy and Jay-Z were working together to control the music industry. Uncle Ron revealed that he had been receiving threats from Jay-Z and Beyonce for what he had to say. According to Uncle Ron, Beyonce and Jay-Z married each other as a business relationship so they could grow their influence. 24 hours after this video was posted, Uncle Ron died.
There's no love there. See, what's done in the dark will definitely come in the light. Keep your threats up. I'm here today, and what I got to say, I'm gonna say it. So don't make idle threats to me. Cause see, I ain't Biggie. See, I ain't Beanie Siegels. I ain't Freeway. How you wrote all them off the minute they did for you to get you to the top. All them writing for you, and then the minute you get a little taste of success, you wrote them off. You just totally said, I don't know him. Say you don't know me. I dare you. I dare you. Remember, all the receipts, all the proof, the old school footage, I still have it. See, hardly nobody knows, but I'll say it, man. Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way. Y'all wish it what you wish it to stay on top. But there's one thing about me, bro. I can't be bought. This is Uncle Ron. Just like I know how you got started.
Uncle Ron's death, all the videos on his TikTok account talking about Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyonce were taken down and scrubbed from the internet. Comments on all of his other videos have also been deleted shortly before his death. Uncle Ron said that it had evidence which proved that Jay-Z and Diddy were controlling everything. But just one day after his video, he suddenly died from pneumonia.
When I started talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, oh, some toes will curl for sure. But hey, the truth is the truth, whether you believe it or not. Yeah, I'm on an investigation. So that's why I'm telling what I'm telling. Because now they have proof. I have physically showed them proof things that I have witnessed, things that was told to me. And yeah, of course, it's coming out. Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me, believe the facts. Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times how he was tired of being used and abused, that he was bigger than Bad Boy itself. How I know I was there. Another thing, Jay-Z wanted him out of the industry, period, so he could take over and be the biggest hip-hop artist around. But there's stories that have to be told. The truth needs to come out. A man lost his life.
Is it really a coincidence that everyone close to Diddy and Jay-Z keeps dying from pneumonia? Ron was completely fine in his videos and wasn't even coughing. You're telling me that someone who doesn't even have a cough can develop and die from pneumonia in less than 24 hours.
Uncle Ron, Beyonce's ex-bodyguard, who threatened to expose them. Yeah, threatened to expose them, I believe, in 2023, is deceased. He's passed away.
Allegedly, that's what they are saying.
Allegedly, that is what they are saying. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, they said he died from that pneumonia.
Yes.
You know, just like Kim, just like Brittany Murphy. That pneumonia ain't no joke. Hey, every time somebody get to telling the truth about someone, whoever's been lying, they just say a little prayer and then the pneumonia come, and then it's a lot of people been getting that pneumonia.
What was it that Uncle Ron was planning to expose and that allegedly got him killed? In a previous video, Uncle Ron mentioned that Diddy had offered him $30,000 back in 1997 to get rid of Biggie. Smalls, a notorious big, was planning to leave Bad Boy, and Diddy just decided to get rid of him. Gone Deal has also confirmed that Diddy was planning to get rid of Biggie. There was no reason for him to be in L.A. right after Tupac's death, and it was all planned by Diddy.
And Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me, believe the facts. Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times how he was tired of being used and abused, that he was bigger than Bad Boy itself. Somebody, and we ain't gonna call no more names, dangled a bogus contract in front of his face so he wouldn't leave the company. How I know I was there. Another thing, Jay-Z wanted him out of the industry, period, so he could take over and be the biggest hip-hop artist around. And I wonder who's the biggest hip-hop artist today.
Now, according to this website, Bristol Film Festival, it looks like Ron Smith also alleged that Diddy had approached him in 1997 to carry out the death of Biggie. So not only to be his bodyguard, but to go and commit the crime on his own time.
He said back in March 1st, 1997, Diddy approached him and offered him $30,000 to put a hit on Biggie. All of this is alleged. He said the reason was because Diddy allegedly wanted the rights to Biggie's catalog. He also says that Biggie had plans of leaving Bad Boy. He goes on to say that Diddy is evil and that him and his mother have treated all of Diddy's employees like they were scum of the earth. And then he ends that video saying he has so much more to talk about when it comes to Diddy. According to Uncle Ron, Biggie wanted to leave Bad Boy because he was tired of being used and abused. And then he said somebody, but we're not going to say any more names, dangled a fake contract in front of Biggie so that he wouldn't leave. He said, I know this because I was there. He said Jay-Z wanted Biggie out of the industry, period. According to Uncle Ron, Jay-Z wanted to be the biggest hip-hop artist in the industry, and he said, look at him today. In his own words, he said, it's all business. These two billionaires have done what they seeded.
Big E's own mom called Gene Deal and thanked him for exposing Diddy. Diddy was the one who ordered a hit on Tupac too. Clip 7. Diddy has a history of ordering hits on people, and everyone in the music industry knows that he's the one responsible for the deaths of both Tupac and Biggie, 50 Cent, Eminem. And even Keith Diddy all say that Puffy ordered the hit on Tupac and allegedly paid $1 million to the killer.
97% of those people would say he had no business in LA at that time. We all knew that. Why would Puff rent studio time? Come on, man. Look, you got to look at what people do, man. You know Pac just got killed. It ain't no kind of business Big was doing. Big couldn't even walk. He couldn't run. They was pushing him around in a wheelchair, brother. Why the hell would you rent studio time at LA for him to finish your album when in fact you got your own studio, Daddy's house? Let's keep it a buck. Let's stop this bullshit, man. Let's stop doing these interviews, man, about this shit. Because people ain't getting it. He did not want the beef with the Crips. Puff ain't want the beef with the Dog Pound, Snoop them or whatever. Big started that beef.
Right after Kev D said this and tried to involve Diddy in this mess, D was attacked in prison. Is it really just a coincidence that the second Kev D speaks out against Diddy, he gets attacked? It looks like Diddy is just trying to get rid of loose ends.
Here go Ms. Wallace. Hey, Ms. Wallace, Gene Deal.
Oh, hi, Gene. How are you?
All right, man. You know I ain't seen you since I came to your house and had that conversation with you. How you been? You all right?
I've been okay. I've been watching you on Facebook.
I'm sorry, Ms. Wallace. I'm sorry I had to do what I had to do, but you know, it is what it is.
I know you do.
Thank you, Ms. Wallace. Like I told people, I said, if Ms. Wallace would have called me and told me to shut it down, I would have shut it down. Ms. Wallace ain't called. She knew how to get in touch with me. If Ms. Wallace didn't tell me to shut it down, I'm going to keep doing it because I respect you, Ms. Wallace.
Do what you do.
Thank you, Ma. I appreciate you.
What you do.
What was the backstory behind that? Big Mom calling you.
My man, that had to be, if I say exhilarating, it has to be one of the highlights of coming out here and doing what I've done over the last, since 97. Since 97.
Uncle Ron's death is a stark reminder of just how dangerous the music industry can be and how far some people are willing to go to protect their secrets. When the truth starts creeping too close to the surface, the ones pulling the strings won't hesitate to silence it, no matter the cost.
Happens with exposures. You make yourself vulnerable to all kinds of attacks, seen and unseen. What happened to my friend? When he passed away, there was $250,000 on my head and $150,000 on his. But what if I had decided to go back with my head held low and said, Sean, I'm willing to play the game. And then found a way to get inside of him and move him around.
Oh, wait, maybe I said that shit about boyfriend because he got Tupac here.
Well, I seen that Diddy tried to silence you or tried to get you to stop talking about him.
This is relayed to me by Kirk Burrows. This guy is like this with Diddy. You seen him on Drink Champs with him. You see him walking the streets in Miami with him, the whole 9 yards. So I'm saying to him, what does he want to talk to me for? He ain't got nothing to say to me. He said, yo, Gene, he said enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough to what? And I told Kirk Burrows, I said, yo, if he he don't want to talk to me for himself. He wants to talk to me for Diddy. And I ain't got nothing to say to him. He ain't said enough is enough to Wolf Mother when he cursed out and told her all kinds of shit. Did he say enough to Big's mother? What do you mean enough is enough? And that's how that conversation went.
How did you feel about it after you were done?
I felt that, like, because they must have got at Kirk Burrows, because Kirk called me with the bullshit. Yo, you got to fix that. You know this. Man, God, excuse me. Listen here, bro. I don't care nothing about none of these industry cats and what they do and how they do it. That's their business. You understand? I don't tell a man how to screw his wife and how to spend his money. You don't tell me what I got to do with my time. Point blank.
Do you feel like at some point Diddy could try to come after you or do something, being that he's went after a lot of people, he's did a lot of stuff.
More and more people are coming out against Diddy, and the government has just revealed that the first witness they were called to the stand is actually Cassie Ventura. This was expected given how much information Cassie had and how closely she witnessed the day-to-day running of Diddy's Operation Diddy. Is being charged as part of RICO conspiracy, and having someone who can provide details of how Diddy ran his Xing ring is going to be incredibly helpful.